Night Readers, hello and welcome to Tarot Nights. I hope you are all doing well. I am doing well. It's been a good day and things are looking good. I hope you all got a chance to see today's daily tarot tip because boy, was it quite the tip, I have to say. Oof. Yeah. Not what I'm used to, that's for sure. Definitely not what I'm used to. You guys know me the way I am. All right, so it's nice to see you all here. Yvonne and Lisa, Chanel and Selena, beautiful Aries. From one beautiful Aries to another. Kay, Cupcake, and Montoria Jones, hello. It's nice to have you here. Ah, there you are. So, Yvonne, would you would just like a general reading? Absolutely. All right, so here's what we get for you, Yvonne. I believe that, you're sad, right? You are sad about things that have been changing in life. All kinds of changes have been coming and happening, and they've all been very big changes. They've, a lot of chaos, a lot of chaotic changing. And, it's making you sad. It's making you very sentimental. It's making you feel nostalgic. You're thinking back on things that happened in your past and, your younger life. And I think, I think that's kind of the way things are going today. And, today was a good day for you to get a good night's rest, right? Rest and relax, renew, feel relieved in the morning. Those 4 R's, because I do believe you are probably already asleep for the night and you'll watch your reading in the morning. I know that. So yeah, but I definitely think that. I think that you are, you're still the dependable one. You are still the one who people are counting on. And that is it's still not easy. It's definitely still not easy for you because, you try to be the dependable one. However, you just, you're having a hard time with it and you're trying to get the message across to people, other people that are close to you that, hey, I can't do as much as I used to be able to. So you're going to have to take a little bit of this off of my plate. So that's what I get for you, Yvonne. That is definitely what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. So Montoria Jones, welcome. I hope you're able to subscribe and get notifications so you can see that I'm on every night at 6:00 p.m. I also hope that you, if you get notifications, you'll also see that I do daily tarot tips every day. Yeah, I send those out every day, so that you can kind of get a little snapshot of what I think the day is going to be like, or like however, it may be, or how your day was based on what time zone you're in and where you are in the world, right? Some people I'm doing they're seeing it at the end of the day. Some people see it early in the morning, but every day it goes out at the same time. And I got to tell you, yesterday's was a doozy. Oh, if you didn't see it, you're not gonna want to miss it. Hello, Christian Dior. Hello, LS. Hello, Trey Briggs. Yeah, LS, Trey Briggs. You guys are asking for readings. Yeah, Everybody can have readings if we can get to it in an hour, right? We have an hour for the show. Donations take priority. So donations guarantee a reading and get your reading done right away. And all you have to do is post your question in the comments if you have a specific question. I know. I did Christian Dior. I did stop doing the mornings because it was just too much twice a day. It was getting to be too much for me, number one. And there's just so much going on that kind of stopped me from doing everything. Because that was right in the middle of the morning. I couldn't go out in the morning because stores were not open until, 10. They opened 10 o'clock my time, and I'm doing the show at 11:30. I couldn't get back and forth in time. And then afterwards, I had to, by the time I was done with everything in the afternoon, then I had to go back and do the nighttime show. So I just didn't have time to do everything and still have a little bit, a very, very little bit of a life. But yeah, that's what happened. Hello, Dream Girl. All right. So Lisa, you got the Lovers. You're starting off with the Lovers. And I think that's just showing you just how strong usually. And I didn't get a love card for Yvonne tonight. I got it for you, Lisa. So, again, it just tells me how strong you and your partner are in your relationship, how strong that relationship is, right? And your family, your little family of 3 is very, very tight, very stable, very strong. Don't run off into doing something without thinking about it first. Make sure you think about things before you just run into them. And that's just a good way to live. I think you're feeling a little left out though, right? Left out in the cold, kind of, insecure about the way that things are going right now. And I can understand why, right? You're at a barrier and you don't know which way to go and you can't see what is a good direction for you. So now you just have to kind of wing it. And that would make anyone a bit insecure. Yeah. So don't worry, make the decision, choose the path that you think is right, because either path, whichever path you choose, is going to be okay, because there are no wrong choices for you. All right. But at the end, of course, you got the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is all about the safety and well-being and blessing of your family. And that's what you have, right? You have that strong family, not just your close knit little family, but the big family as well, the big giant fabulous Farrell family. So yeah, that is what I am seeing for you. Thanks, Lisa. All right, Chanel, I got a book. I love the Chanel books. Okay, so you're so broken down because people in your life seem to have an opinion about your relationship. I hope this doesn't include me. And I'm just trying to figure out when it became their business. This guy says, let them have their opinions. But Night Reader, this guy is not just a fling. My relationship is not just for a now thing. And I didn't ask for their opinions. So my question is, should I distance myself from these people who are family and some are friends? You just don't want the drama no more. Oh, Chanel. You just don't want the drama anymore. I can understand. And maybe, let's see what the cards say. Let's see what you get with your reading. And then we'll go from there, all right? So Christian Dior, you also should realize that you haven't been getting notifications that that 11:30 show is not coming on. There's no more notifications for it, so you weren't just missing them. They just weren't there. All right. So you're looking at the Knight of Swords, which, like I just said in Lisa's reading, is don't rush into things. Don't rush into cutting people off, family and friends, because they have opinions, right? I understand that they have opinions, and, everybody's got one. Everybody's got one. Opinions are like noses. Everybody has one. You can pick the one you want. But I got to tell you, if you rush into cutting everyone off, family especially, and friends, and your close friends, that's going to be difficult to rekindle those whole, those relationships again. And those are strong relationships that you need, right? You need family. No matter how much you don't like what they're saying, and no matter how much of an opinion they give, right? I think there's hope here. I think there's a lot of hope. And I just think there needs to be I think you need a little bit of faith in the whole matter, right? They realize that kind of some of the stuff I say to you about, hey, it's only been 7 weeks and things have moved very, very quickly. And well, that's, I understand it. I have been your biggest fan since you met this guy. Your readings have been very, very strong up until the last week. And I just think you need to have a new conversation with people, right? And explain to them how you're feeling, what these new feelings are for you. Explain to them, hey, you know what? I know you have an opinion about our relationship, but things change in my life. Things have changed in my life, right? This is all about change. The Wheel of Fortune is about going around and around and coming to a point where you're at a turning point. And that's what you tell them. I'm at a turning point in my life. I am not a little 15-year-old girl. I am late 20s, darn it. And stamp your foot down. And then, you just tell them. You just have to explain to them, I appreciate that you are concerned about me. And that's very nice of you, but I have to make my own decisions and learn from my experiences. And I think if you say something like that, people can respect that. Because you're thanking them you're thanking them, which is telling them, yes, you understand that everyone's allowed to have an opinion. Everyone is. But they can hold on to those opinions because you're going to have to learn about life on your own by living your life. Right? So that's what I see. You've got a lot of new feelings here. You've got a lot of new communication going to happen here. And I think this is, the new communication is very clear, very to the point. It's very truthful, very honest. So 2 aces, that's kind of telling, right? You're going to have a new beginning in that whole point, in that whole thing. So Selena, you have 2 friends. Oh, that's 2 more than I have. who are dating, and they have been apart because of what's going on in the world. So your question is, will they reunite soon? All right, Selena. All right, Selena. Will your two friends reunite soon, despite all of the COVID issues going on in the world? Oh, I hope so. I hope so. You know, if they truly care about each other, of course, they're not going to give up on each other, but, you know, you also don't want to not see someone, not give someone a hug, right? Everybody needs a hug once in a while. That's what I think. Everybody needs a hug every once in a while. And if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you're with. All right, so the Seven of Pentacles is telling me all about, you know, you have to, well, you don't, this isn't about you. This is about them. They have to really assess where their relationship is. How strong was this relationship? Where were they in the process of dating, right? Was it like, okay, we dated twice and then we weren't able to see each other? Or, hey, we've been dating for 3 months and, you know, things were starting to get a little more serious. So they really need to assess the situation, figure out exactly where things are, and see what was working, you know, what works and what doesn't work for the two of them. And then, yes, I think it's going to, you know, I think with a lot of dedication and a lot of determination, it's going to take, right, the hard work, because the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. I know, I could tell that hard work is not going to be fun, but yeah, it's going to take a lot of hard work for them to get back together. Now, Temperance tells me that, yeah, things are going to move forward, but they aren't going to go extremely quickly. They have to take this in moderation because of the way, you know, everything is in the world. They have to do things in moderation. Everybody's kind of had to figure that out, right? Everybody in the world has had to figure out how to do things in moderation. So they need to be patient with each other. Right. And if they really have a connection, if they really feel good about each other, you know, they will stay very disciplined and they will stay with each other, and the whole idea will continue, and the whole dating scene thing, that will all continue. They just have to, you know, they've got to keep this time out going, right? And that's what's really going on. Basically, they're in a timeout, and they cannot, you know, they just can't get together as quickly as they'd like to. But yeah, it's definitely going, I mean, with a lot of hard work and determination, they will get to do it. It's just going to take the patience. It's going to, you know, it's just going to have to take some time for them. So that's what I see for your friends, Selena. All right. Selena, what are you saying? They had some issues before they couldn't see each other. Ooh, you told them it's going to take time and patience is needed. There you go. Well, yes, I concur. I agree 100%. Because that's what I saw in Temperance, right? So, beautiful Aries, can you have a reading, a general reading? Absolutely. So, everybody who's here, please hit the like. Give me a thumbs up there. If you would, I would appreciate that. That's important. And definitely, if you're new, so please hit subscribe. Get your notifications so that you can see that I'm here every day, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also send out daily tarot tips every single day. So, things to keep in mind. All right. So true. So true, Selena. You are correct. It is very true. So, hello, beautiful Aries. From one beautiful Aries to another, like I always say, right? From one to another. So, I think for you, this is for you, a general reading. I think you are trying to learn something new. I think you're really working on learning something. All right, the Page of Pentacles is all about that, doing some type of a new job, learning a new skill, learning, how to do or figure out how to do something else that you haven't been doing. And I think, that is important. And I think that'll be important when you are at work or going back to work, whichever it is. I think you're very excited. I think you are a people person. So it's, very easy for you to move right into doing things that are going to be helpful and going to expand your knowledge. The Knight of Pentacles says things are moving slowly. Of course, things are moving slowly. And I think that the moving slowly is referring to your love life, right? It's very strange because I have things moving slowly before the lovers, and then I have things moving very quickly after the lovers. So which is it, cards? Which is it? Sometimes they confuse me. They really do. I have to say. I'll tell you what I think it is. I really think it's the other way around. I think the excitement and the ready to go, moving forward and stuff, attitude here has to slow down a little bit. Because you can see how fast this person is trying to go. And I think that needs to slow down. I think you need to slow down the whole idea process, right? With your relationship, though, I think that is moving forward at a nice pace, at a very good pace. Things are moving forward very, very well. So that's how I see it for you, beautiful Aries. Yeah, well, I think the relationship's going to take off. I think the whole learning something new ideas thing is something that you want to take off really fast with, and you're all a Twitter about, right? But I think you need to slow down and think of just one thing instead of thinking about many things. That's all. That's all. But it'll be, none of it sounded bad. That's for sure, beautiful Aries. None of it sounded bad. K, hello? It definitely sounded good to me. K, how will you be as a firefighter? How will you be as a firefighter? Hello, Nazma. Nazma Parveen, how are you? So, Chanel, you're very welcome. I read all your comments, of course. You do have to have better communication with them because you don't want them to get the wrong idea. Of course not. And that's, you can diffuse You can diffuse the whole situation, Chanel, just by saying to them, thank you for trying to, thank you for thinking about me. Thank you for taking my feelings into consideration. I appreciate it. Wouldn't that slow them right down? Wouldn't that slow everybody down? Of course it would. Oh, you're welcome, beautiful Aries. I'm glad I could read for you. Always. Always glad. You are on the 2 train, 2, the High Priestess, the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. That's where it ended. That's where the 2 train ended, right there. 2, 2. Chugga, 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 chugga. All right, so what do we got? You want to be a firefighter. I think I think that's a good idea for you. Okay, I really do. I think you will, I think you're ready to move into that type of a role, something where you can rush in when everybody else is rushing out, right? You're the kind of person who runs to a situation while everyone else is running away from the bad situation because you want to help people, of course. And I think that is exactly what is going on. The nine of Pentacles tells me all about that. You want it, that gives you a good feeling of self-worth. It makes you feel like, hey, you know what? I am worth a lot. I am really, really worth a lot. I think you need to use your intuition on this. All right. Understand that, yes, there is training, of course, involved, but that's okay. But use your intuition. Make sure that it's really something that you want to do before you jump into it. But I don't think you're really jumping into it. I think you've thought this through quite well. I think you've really looked at it many different ways from different angles. And I think you've really come up with a good plan. And I got to say, I think that, I think you'll be very flexible with whatever it is that you have to do. You'll be flexible with whatever time it is that you have to, go out on calls or be on call. I think you will make this your priority in life. And I think it'll be extremely good for you because I truly think that I think this is a good path for you. I see all good things all really leading up to exactly what you're looking for, Kay. So thank you so much for being here and thank you for your question. I do appreciate it. Cupcake, what's going on? Cupcake, how are things? I hope you're still here. Will you ever meet Minnesota ever again? Oh, MN, just MN, not Minnesota. Will I ever meet MN ever again? Anything the cards pick up on is appreciated. There you go, Cupcake. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I appreciate that. And we'll see what we get for you. Yeah, beautiful Aries. You have a lot of new ideas. Yeah, and that's where I was really thinking, that's where I was kind of going with the whole slowing down thing. You've got a lot of ideas. You're going to have to slow down on some of them. You might want to, just take a little breather on some of them and pick and choose which ones are going to be the best for you right now. That's all. You can get to all of them eventually, but you can't get to all of them at the same time. But hey, the love life is speeding up, right? The love life is picking up and things are good. So here we go, Cupcake. Will you ever meet MN again? Wow. Doesn't that look interesting? I'm going to say notice. Just take notice of all of the yellow coloring in these first 4 cards, right? That's all sunshine. You can see here's the sun here. The sun is setting here. The sun is right behind here. The sun, he's going to the sun. It's all, if you take the sun into consideration in this reading as an overall theme here, of course, that's all about happiness. And that's all about something being successful and just feeling the warmth around you. Just as an overall. That's an overall. That's like an extra card, right? That's like you got a whole extra card out of this. So, I think you and MN had a very energetic and passionate moment. I'm going to put it at that. I'm going to say moment because I don't know that it was a real long. I don't know that I don't know if you were together for a long time, if you were together just for a very short time. I think it was a very short time though, because I see where you were really just starting to, put down the seeds to grow this relationship. You had a goal, right? You and MN, well, I should say. I don't know about MN. You had a goal that you wanted to have a good family, right? What's the king's name? Oh, it's probably King George the 16th. Does it matter what the king's name is? I've never had anyone ask me what his name is. You didn't date, you met once. Okay. So again, I will go back to saying it was very energetic. I think MN was very charismatic. And, as I continue, you wanted to, you would have liked to have had a relationship. You would have liked for this person to have asked you out. Oh, yes, the King of Rods, King of Wands, same thing. Yes, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to know what his actual name was. I'm thinking none of them ever have names. Oh, Cupcake, that's funny. Now you've made me chuckle. That's funny. Oh my. I think you wanted to date. I think that's where you were starting, right? That's what you were starting at. That's what you wanted it to be. I think you wanted it to be very loving and good. I think you would have loved to have that kind of a relationship with MN, but I think MN kind of got cold feet and took off. I don't think MN, stayed around long enough for things to, obviously not long enough because you've only met once and you didn't date. So MN didn't really stay around long. He took off to find greener pastures, to find something to make himself happy, right? And that was just a very chaotic change for you. I just see that it didn't, it just didn't sit well, obviously, with you. You were not happy about it. And, then of course that chaos does wash over you in emotions. You can see the water washing over the side here. And of course, that is emotions because water is emotions in tarot. But I got to say, will you ever? I mean, ever is a long time. Will you meet MN ever again? Maybe, yeah, maybe you will. But I'm not. I'm really not seeing it. I'm really not seeing it. All right, Cupcake. I'm sorry. Just not seeing it. Hello, Nexus. Hello. All right, so LS, if you're still here, let me know if you're still here. And I'm guessing you would like a general reading because you did not post a question other than that. But I can definitely do a reading for you. Same thing, Trey Briggs. Trey, if you have a specific question, post it, please. If not, I will do a general reading. If I get to pick you. So LS, thank you. Cupcake, you're welcome. I'm sorry. I know. I almost feel bad when people say thank you after I've told them something that was probably kind of not what they wanted to hear. Oh, thank you for such bad news. It's like a doctor who gives you bad news, right? Gives you really bad news, and then you say, oh, thank you. It's like, huh? All right, so LS, I think someone is trying to get in touch with you, right? I think they're trying to get in touch with you. I think they're trying to send you a message. I think the message is going to be very clear if you actually receive it. I think you'll be very happy about it. I think you'll be, I think it'll make you feel good, whatever this message is. And I think that you will be, you're going to be very curious from now until whenever this message comes in. You will be very, very curious. And I think that's just part of the game, right? Part of the whole idea of waiting for something. I think you are a dependable person who has very realistic goals, very realistic ideas, and you're not too much of a dreamer. However, you are in tune with your emotions, right? You're emotionally balanced, and that makes you very generous and sympathetic towards people. So that's what I see for you, LS. That's what I'm getting. Trey Briggs, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. Hello, Geo. Crystal Slaughter, how are you? Can you ask, please? I'm new. Absolutely. Yeah, Dream Girl, you're here. That's good. I see you, and I see your question, so no problem. No problem. LS, hey, there you are. That did resonate. Thank you. Hey, you're very welcome. I am glad that you were here. Thank you so much for the feedback. I do appreciate it. All right, Dream Girl. Here we go. How does the Taurus feel about me? Ooh. Well. What are you thinking? I'm thinking that the Taurus is really kind of enjoying their single life. Right? And I think you need to use your intuition, and that's what it's going to tell you, Dream Girl. Your intuition is going to give you that gut feeling about this person, about this Taurus, that maybe they just like to be on their own, at least for right now. Does this worry you? Does this kind of, have you been a little bit anxious? Have you been, have your thoughts been racing lately? Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. I think that you are that free spirit. You're very active and adventurous. So it makes it difficult for you to not overthink this. But I think the Taurus just does not want to be stuck in one place right now, does not want to be tied down to anything or anyone. And I think they are, also that free spirit, where they just want to be out there. So you just met them. Okay. Well, there you go. That's what's going to happen. I mean, that's kind of the way it is. I think this person really does want to, they're not looking for, I don't think they're looking for a relationship right now. That's for sure. I just think that they are, again, happy with their being single and happy not being tied down to anyone. Now, if you want to be friends with this person, or if you want to casually date, well, that's up to you. And that's, that might be good for them too, but they're not going to commit to anything, nothing long-term, not right now, at least. All right, Dream Girl. That's what I'm getting for you. Thank you. Thank you. So Crystal Slaughter, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it's your first time. And please subscribe. And also please get notifications. Get those notifications going. All right, Christian Dior. How will the rest of the year be for you? Oh, that's... it seems like so long, but it's not really that long now, is it? We only have 9 more days left in October, and then we've only got 2 months. We have 70 days. 70 days till the end of the year. If I counted it right. Maybe 71, but I'm pretty close. All right, so I think what's come before this time period, what happened just previous to us now, probably within the last 6 months, you had some sort of a breakup. Something went really bad, and it really hurt you. It gave you that feeling that, it's going to be difficult for you to have a happy emotional relationship with someone. You feel like you need to heal. And I definitely think that that's all because of, this hurt and this loss that you had here. But now it's time to move on, right? You're ready to start over. You have a new outlook on life for the rest of this year. I think maybe you will just find yourself a nice Christmas gift under the tree this year, right? I think you might just find yourself a special gift for the rest of this year. Just change, just a little bit of changing your outlook, changing your point of view, having a new perspective on things changes everything, doesn't it? And Merry Christmas to you. That's what I got for you. Awesome. Hello, Nazma Parveen. Are you still around, Nazma? Let me know if you're still here. While you're letting me know, I'm going to do Crystal's reading really quick here. Well, not quick. I'll take my time like I always do. But how does Stefan feel towards me currently? All right. How does Stefan feel about you? How does Stefan feel about you? So I think Stefan is someone who is very active. I think Stefan is somebody who's on the go all the time. They're always on the move. They're looking to find something to do. I think they're always looking and exploring. All right, Nazma, I will do your reading next. Absolutely. Good. I think Stefan is always on the move. I think he is, like I said, very active, very adventurous. And I think that is maybe a bit of a problem for you. Maybe a little bit of a problem. I think, I just think that there's going to be some kind of a sudden change in the way that Stefan feels towards you. I think Stefan is emptying out his closet. Let's put it that way, right? Of all the old burdens that were in there, all the old junk that nobody wants to carry around with them, all of his baggage. I think he's dumping it. I think he's getting rid of it. I think he wants to move forward without having anything. So, any of the bad, negative thoughts that have happened to him in the past. And maybe that's what this whole big change is, right? This is a big change in him to get rid of all of that baggage. But he is going to move forward. He is going to close that door, and he's not going to go back. This room is now empty, which is the baggage in his mind. So I definitely think that's the case. The Six of Cups does tell me all about that. The two of you have been sharing things back and forth with each other, right? Sharing little bits of information and, just little things here and there. And that's good. That's a good thing. It's nice. It is a nice thing to do. I think, sharing is caring, right? Yeah, I know. But it is kind. It is very kind. It is very nice to, to talk to each other and get an idea of where each other stand and how each other feels, stuff like that. Those are important things. You got to know, right? You got to know where they are. Just don't be here the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is very to the point, very short. If you ask her a question, you would get a very short to the point answer. This person is very independent. They want to be on their own. They have had a very sad past, which kind of goes with this, right? They had a past that was quite sad, and now they feel like they need to distance themselves from people emotionally. And, well, I think that might be you right now, Crystal. I think you might feel like you need to be away from people emotionally just because you've been hurt in the past. And maybe it's just not, I'm not saying that things are going to happen badly with Stefan. I just think that, the two of you, I think if you are looking to move forward with him at some point when you finally talk to each other or have any kind of contact, well, then I think, you're going to have to put down the walls that you've put up and, be able to be in a relationship, be ready to attach yourself to someone emotionally again, count on someone emotionally. And that's not easy to do when you've been hurt in the past. So that's what I get for you, Crystal Slaughter. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate you being here. All right. Nazma, there it is. Will Rajab ever express his emotions to you? Will Rajab ever express his emotions to you? Yeah, it's very interesting, Crystal. You too are trying to dump baggage. All right. Maybe, just maybe I got it backwards. Maybe it's you. Maybe that card was all about you dumping the baggage then. And that's what you need to do to move forward. And that's why you got the Knight or the Queen of Swords. Very interesting. Very curious. Thank you, Crystal. I hope to see you here. Hope to see you back again. I hope you stay for the rest of the show. It's always nice. It's always nice to have people stay for the whole show. All right, so let's see what we got here. Hello, Deborah the model. Hello. I said hello, Geo, before. We still got about 15 minutes, a little short of 15 minutes, so I will try and get as many questions in as I can. But if you want to guarantee a question, your question gets answered, then the only way to do that, of course, is to donate. All right, so I think Rajab is, again, someone who is very honest, but very compassionate about their honesty, right? I think they are. I think they'll tell you the truth, but I think he'll kind of beat around the bush to it if he thinks it's going to hurt your feelings, because feelings have been hurt before. Feelings have definitely been hurt before. And now, of course, it's time for someone to move forward here. But I do see that there is new emotions coming for the two of you, a new emotional connection, I think. And, at this time, I do think he will share his emotions with you. I think that will really complete your journey that you've been looking for, right? Because here's the completion of the journey, and now it's time to start a new journey, which is the Fool. The Fool is all about starting a new journey, and of course, the World is all about ending the journey. So yeah, I think this is going to, once he shares his emotions with you, that's going to end, it's going to complete whatever it was, that was your goal. Your goal was to find out what are his emotions. You will complete that. You will achieve what you wanted to achieve, and now you have to set a new goal. It is time to move forward, set a new goal, and see where that takes you. Right? Be optimistic, that's for sure. Definitely be optimistic. All right. Deborah the model. Deborah the model. Can you get a general reading for this year? Yes. And then Geo, I see. I just saw where you typed your question. Well, it's you wanted a general reading basically, but that's okay. We do those here. So, hey, CM, welcome. You're very welcome, Nazma. Which way do I say it? Is it 1, Nazma, or is it 2, Nazma? Or 3, neither. Thank you. That I appreciate. I know you liked my soothing voice so much that I put you to sleep last night. I know. Made you go right to sleep. I know. I have that effect. I put people to sleep all the time. The first one, it's Nazma. Got it. I was saying it right the first time. All right, number 1. All right. Deborah, can you get a general reading for the rest of the year? I think that you have really had some issues going on, some arguing and some fighting amongst people who are close to you. And I think, I really think that has been the setting for how things are going to go for the rest of this year, right? I think, again, you will complete your journey. You will complete and achieve what you want and what you are working on. You'll find your purpose that you wanted to find, but it's going to take a while. You know, it's going to take probably into next year to get that purpose because things are moving very, very slowly. I think it's time for you to figure out, you know, what has worked for you. You've accomplished a lot of different things, right? You've got all these accomplishments. Now you have to figure out how exactly did you get there? What can you do to continue things in that direction? Because I got to say, you know, there's a lot of things for you to think about there. And there's probably a hidden lesson in that whole idea of assessing your journey, right? You're completing your journey, but it's going to take a while. And that gives you time to think about it. Really think about where you're going. I think the rest of this year is going to be a lot of hard work. I think it's going to be, I think it's going to take a lot of determination and dedication. I think you're going to really have to push yourself to do things. And if you do that, if you're willing to do that, then I think, you know, you will feel secure in the way things are going and for the rest of this year. But I think, you know, if you are really completing something, you know, you are really coming to the end of something, you know, hopefully it's all this fighting and arguing comes to an end. I don't think that's going to happen until next year. I think that's really being put off until then. All right. So that's what I see for you, Deborah the model. All right. So Geo, your question is, how does my ex Taurus feel about me? How does your ex Taurus feel about you? Yeah, Deborah, that sounds about right. It does sound about right. The rest of the year may not be a really easy journey, but it will be a journey. That's for sure. It will be. All right. You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you for being here. I hope you subscribed. I hope you get your notifications. All right. So how does your ex feel about you? I think at one point your ex really wanted to start something, put down a foundation, lay a good foundation for the rest of your lives, right? So something would grow. I think that's what they wanted. I think that's what your ex wanted in the beginning of the relationship. I think something came in between you, though. Something that, oh gosh, it could be anything. It could be anything tempting, some type of temptation or some type of betrayal, some type of deception. Somebody lied to one another. All right. And this took place over a length of time, which really hurt. So I don't think that your ex is really looking to, I don't think they're really thinking about you other than, okay, well, I still feel the hurt. I still feel the pain of the lies and deceit and the breakup, because it took such a long time for someone to figure it out. And now it's time to start over. So I'm not sure that they're really thinking of you at all right now. I'm not sure they really feel anything toward you other than loss and sadness. And I think that's a big deal, right? That's a really big deal. The Magician tells me you're going to just have to have confidence and some creativity, and maybe, just maybe, if you take the initiative to get in touch with your ex, maybe they'll take the call, maybe they'll take the text, maybe they won't. It's kind of up in the air with that. But you got to remember, your ex is an ex for a reason. And what's that reason? I think it's deception. I think it's betrayal. Somebody was betrayed, right? Somebody was lied to. And I don't think anybody wants to go back to this, right? No one wants to go back to hurt and loss. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. There you go. You didn't know how you felt, and they took it as you lying, and there it is. And this took over a while, right? And that was hurtful. So that's why he's not really thinking about you. He doesn't really feel anything but hurt right now. I still think that's how he feels. He feels hurt. You're going to have to take the initiative if you want to have any kind of contact with this person. If you really want to tell them that this is what you wanted to, right? That you wanted to plant the seeds to start a relationship and to make it grow. If you know that's how you feel now, that you didn't know back then you have to take the initiative to get in touch with them. All right, Gio? That's what I see for you. All right, folks, it is 7:00 and it's time to rock and roll myself out of here. So I hope you all had a good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everybody who got a reading enjoyed their reading. I enjoyed doing them, that's for sure. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all tomorrow night at 6:00 Eastern Time. The show is called Tarot Nights. All right, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye now.